Hey guys, welcome back to Student Pages podcast. Happy New Year, everyone. Hey Lucy, how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm joined today by Lucy Calcines, singer-songwriter. Yeah, what did you do for New Year's? Thanks so
Well,
much for being here,
honestly,
by the way.
it's not like we couldn't do much because, with the current situation, everything's a bit weird, but I just like spend it with my family, just like the basic stuff.
I think a lot of people did that this year. Is that something you kind of not used to?
I mean, my parents always work on like New Year's Eve because they're both singers, so they usually have like shows and stuff. So that's actually what we did. Like I just went to the show with them and that was it. So I'm used to it. It wasn't really like too different from what I usually do every year.
You normally go to one of their shows on New Year's.
Yeah, because they always perform on New Year's, so that's like the tradition type of thing that we have.
And amazing. And you put out a Christmas tune
That's
just
it, yeah.
just before New Year's as well, and it went hard. It was like a kind of different vibe to other music. It was this kind of like R&B slow jam, Mrs. Claus, sexy vibe. It was cool. Do you think we'll do more tunes like that?
Probably because I'm trying to get into like the trappy vibes now, so I'm really into that now. I'm trying to like fusion that with like the commercial pop that I normally do in my Latin music. So you're gonna hear a little bit of that soon, hopefully.
We're gonna get into trap music.
Not trap, but like cute trap.
Cute trap. I don't think I've ever heard that. You might be inventing a new genre there.
Yeah, probably. I love to do that.
That's amazing. And you said your parents do music. Is that kind of in part how you got into music?
Yeah, definitely. Cause like I grew up watching them. So since I was like 3 years old or something, I always like wanted to be a musician because I thought that's what I was meant to do because of watching them. I was like, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to do when I grow up. And that's how I kind of like started like getting into the thing. And that's when my passion like really hit me when I was really little.
And what kind of music do they do? Is it different from the kind of stuff you do?
So my parents do a little bit of everything. My mom's more into like Latin music, like salsa and like also pop and stuff like that. And my dad is like a classic tenor, so he does like opera. So it's very, very different, but it's a good thing because I have like different genres that I can kind of like take things from and learn from. So I'm really excited that they decided to take different paths with their careers.
Is it quite a loud house? Because I've been in houses with singers before, and there's a lot of singing around the house. You sort of hear someone on the stairs in the distance. Is that what it's like?
I mean, it kind of is because my mom's always singing in the shower. And then I think we're just loud in general because we're Latin. So even when we speak, we're loud.
Is it quite a fiery household then?
Definitely. I would say that, yeah.
You got brothers and sisters as well? Or?
No, I'm an only child, but my dog is really loud as well. She's always barking. She's always screaming and shouting.
And other than singing, did you play instruments growing up?
I do. I started playing the piano when I was like 7 years old. And I started playing the guitar when I was like around 13. But I would say that piano is like my strong instrument though. Because like with the guitar, I only play like a few chords and stuff that kind of like are really helpful to like play some songs and stuff. But like piano is the thing that I'm specialized in.
What's your favorite thing to play on the piano?
I don't really play classic stuff. Like I never liked that. Even when I was like getting lessons and stuff, I was always like they would give me like a classic piece to play, and then on the day of the exam, I would just show up with whatever I wanted, like a Beyonce song or something. So I just like to I just use piano for like writing more than anything, songwriting and producing.
Are you allowed to do that? Show up on the day with a different song?
I mean, I wasn't, but apparently they liked it because I graduated. So
Nice. And you came to uni in the UK as well, right? How was that?
it was great. Honestly, it was one of the best experiences. I had so much fun. I learned so much and I met a lot of new people. So I was really happy that I got to like study in a different country because I learned from a different culture as well. So it was a really, really good experience.
Where did you go? Which uni?
I went Middlesex.
Middlesex University.
Yeah.
Wow. I
That's
don't know.
like in Hendon Central, like around, it's in the north.
Hendon, okay. Is it like is it city or is it kind of in the middle of nowhere?
No, it's in London. It's actually like North London.
Oh, that's shameful because I'm from North London, so I should know where Hendon
Are
is.
you? Where
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
Where?
Islington.
It's like close to Wembley, but not really. Like a 15-minute bus drive from Wembley.
Damn. Okay, I have no idea. I think I've heard of it before, but
Well, you
Middlesex
need
University.
to do your research then.
I know, I know. I'm a student as well. This is a student podcast. I should know Middlesex
Mhm.
University.
I know. Oh my God. Well, now you know.
Was it fun though? Was it a lot of people doing music like you?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that my degree was music business and arts management, so it wasn't really like anything about performing or stuff like that. It was obviously more like the business side, so there weren't like a lot of performances and stuff, but I did meet a lot of people that were in like the pop chorus, for example, and they had like a lot of performances, and I was always like taking part in that because I love performance. I was like, yo guys, can I do a little something here and a little something there? So I was always like doing things on like the end of the year fairs and stuff like that. So I was always like present in the artistic things apart from like the business side of it. So I really had fun.
Music school kids are a lot of fun, man. But music kids have a bit of a reputation as well for kind of being a bit wild.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say no. Everything was like everyone was kind of crazy, to be honest with you, but it was a good type of crazy though.
Did you did you always want to do reggaeton and that kind of style of music?
Well, to be honest, I always did pop. Like pop is my thing. That's my favorite genre, and that's what I would like to do. But I realized that Latin music was really important into nowadays market, and also it's my culture. So I thought it was like really important to portray my culture and just like show people where I'm from and my background. So that's why I've been trying to kind of like fusion reggaeton and pop and create this new genre called Popton because I kind of want to do something different, but I don't want to like step away too far from what my thing is, which is like commercial pop music.
Yeah, well, from Popton to nice trap or cute trap.
You
Well,
try-
were you always writing those kind of reggaeton pop songs, or was that like an evolution of something else?
I think it was an evolution because I didn't used to sing in Spanish like until I was like I think I started singing in Spanish when I was like around 19 or 20. So a few years ago actually. I've always been singing in English, but then I thought, you know what? Let me add a little bit of spice. And then all this happened.
But that's mad to me because surely your instinct would be to write in your first language.
I know, but I don't know. I grew up listening to Justin Bieber and like Katy Perry, Ariana Grande, and all of that. So I always wanted to do like the pop, the commercial pop, you know, American type of vibe. So that's what I grew up writing really. But I discovered that singing in Spanish is really important as well, and it gives me the opportunity to stand out from other artists and like do a different thing. So that's why I want to incorporate like Latin elements into my music as well.
Hmm. But just is that not difficult writing in a different language, or have you
No,
always kind of speaking English?
I mean, I started learning English when I was like 6 at school, and then I went to like a private academy and stuff. So it's like, I mean, because I was used to singing in English, I kind of knew how to like write a little bit. Like I wasn't obviously an expert like grammatically and stuff. Like it got better over time. But I would say it was easier for me to like write in English than in Spanish because I was used to singing in English. So I kind of knew what the rhymes and stuff were more in that genre than in reggaeton. But then when I started listening to reggaeton and like more Spanish music, I kind of like got the vibe from that. And that's what I've been doing, just trying to like combine both things, which is a bit harder because you have to write in 2 different languages and you have to make it make sense. And it's hard, but I'm gonna keep working on it.
Well, I mean, you come from such a mix of cultures as well. Where are all the places that you've lived?
So my parents are from Cuba, and like half of my family still lives in Cuba. I was raised in Spain. I was actually born in Madrid, and then I was raised in the Canary Islands. So I spent most of my life in the Canary Islands, and then I moved to London when I was like 17 for uni and stuff. And I have a lot of family in Miami as well. So I would say those are like my 4 main places: Cuba, Miami, London, and Spain.
And the Canary Islands must have been interesting as well, because that's kind of a mix of cultures in itself. Like being there, you've got like Latin American influence and Spanish influence.
Yeah.
What was your favorite place?
To be honest, right now I would say I'm between London and Miami. Those are like my 2 favorite places.
It makes me proud to hear that you like London. I'm a proper Londoner. What's your favorite place in London? What do you like about it?
I just like the vibes in general. Like there's always something to do, you know, the people. Like I just like being there because there's always something going on. Like you're never gonna be bored. And I like the fact that there's like a lot of like mix when it comes to cultures. So you can just like have a little bit of everything in just one city. And I love that.
It's true. Which place do you feel like had the most impact on you?
Definitely London, because that's when I started growing up really as a person and an artist. That's when I started like, you know, working with producers and like going to sessions. And that's when I lived by myself for the first time. So I was independent and I was able to discover more about myself as a person and an artist. So I would definitely say that London has really shaped who I am today, both as a person and an artist.
And at what point, because you must have been in London when you decided you wanted to go on The Voice.
Well, actually, I didn't decide to go on The Voice. They scouted me because they saw me on Instagram. So they were like, "Oh, would you like to audition? Whatever, whatever." And I was like, "I mean, yeah, why not? I got nothing to lose." I was kind of scared though, but then I auditioned and all of this happened. So I'm really happy and grateful that they got me to audition for it.
And that was it? You just decided, was there any hesitation, or you just sort of thought, why not? I'll go ahead and do it?
I didn't hesitate. I was like, let's do it. Because I thought to myself, it's going to be positive, whatever the outcome is. Like, it's going to be a positive experience because I'm going to learn, I'm going to meet new people. And it doesn't matter if I don't get through, because at the end of the day, at least I'm getting the experience. But I got through to the semi-finals. So I was really happy and proud and grateful. I didn't expect to get that far, to be honest, especially because I was singing in Spanish and like, you know, doing something super different from what people are used to listen to in the UK. So I was really surprised.
Was that a big moment when you found out you got through? What were your feelings at that time?
Honestly, I was just really excited and like I just really wanted to like keep going. Like every time I would get through to like a different stage of the competition, I would just want to work harder. I don't know, it kind of like motivated me more to like keep going and being a better artist. So I'm just so grateful that I got the experience because it really helped me grow as an artist as well.
Your mum was great on The Voice as well. Backstage, very excited. She has a lot of energy. Is she a big fan of yours?
I know, and obviously because she's an artist as well, she was just giving her everything, honestly. And I'm so happy because like my parents always really support me with everything, because they're both musicians, so they know what this industry is about, and they're always by my side. And I'm super grateful that they're supportive of me because I wouldn't have been able to do half of the things I've done if it wasn't for them, to be honest.
Mm. Are they big stars?
Not really, but they act like they are. No, I mean, they've always been able to like make a living out of music, but they never really made it like super, super big. That's why I kind of want to do that for them as well. Like I kind of want them to live their dream through me, which is a lot of pressure, but hopefully we'll get there.
That is a lot of pressure.
I know. I'm
Do you
stressed.
feel that? Do you feel that pressure, or do you feel like it's kind of self-imposed?
It is. It definitely is because they haven't told me anything, but it's like I kind of feel like I have to do it because it's like I'm like kind of like the hope of the family in the music industry. So I'm like, okay, I need to make it happen. Like I need to be a superstar because I need to make them proud. So I gotta work my ass off of this, which is a lot of motivation as well. Like it's not only pressure, it motivates me as well. So it's not a bad thing.
Of course, of course. And on that journey, what's helped you the most? Because obviously there's you've had Will and you've had The Voice. What moment was kind of made you think, oh, I can really do this. I can really make a career out of this?
Mm, to be honest, I've always tried to think like that even before The Voice because to me, it's like if I don't think that I'm gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it because there's a lot of people that have the same dream, and there's like a lot, like the music industry is really, really hard. So you really need to believe in yourself in order to accomplish something. So it wasn't a moment. Like I've always tried to build that inside of my head, like I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it. But obviously, when I got like the fourth chair turn on The Voice, that kind of gave me like confirmation, like okay, if these like global superstars turn for me and they told me that I was already a superstar and then I have opportunities, that means that I am, because they're not gonna lie to me. So I wasn't wrong in what I was thinking. So that was kind of like a confirmation for me. And I was really grateful that I got to have that because it kind of gave me like more power to keep going.
What's it like working with Will? Is he as eccentric as he seems?
Yeah, definitely. He is. So like in the beginning, I was really scared because Will, He's a really cool dude. He's super funny, but you really need to catch his vibe, because if you don't, you're just there like super awkward, like, hi. So in the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, should I talk to him? Should I not talk to him? What do I say? But you know what? I just went for it. I was like, yo, Will, what's up? And we really connected super well. So I'm really happy that we got along well, because I caught his vibe and he caught mine. So we had a lot of fun together. I loved working with Will.
But has he done anything very strange that you're kind of a bit shocked by?
Not very strange. I've just noticed that he's always like, he's always either on his phone or he's like tapping things. He's always like, or something. And I think it's because he's thinking about things that he's gonna produce. And I understand that, because I'm like that sometimes as well. Like I can be in a conversation, but I'm just thinking about, okay, I need to add this snare when I go back home because I didn't like that melody. And now I'm gonna change the melody of this thing. You know, like I'm thinking about things. So I kind of understood why he was doing that, because he's so creative that his mind is always like, you know, like just imagining things. So I would say that's like the weirdest thing that he does, but I do that too. So I don't like, I'm not criticizing him because I'm the same.
What kind of things, like, what does he help you out with specifically? Like, what would he say to you? Would he advise you specifically with the music or more about your career, or?
I would say the thing that I like about Will the most is that he always like supports me. Like he never really says, oh, do this, do that. Oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Like he's always like listening to what I think and what I want to do. And he supports my vision. Like he tries to enhance it, but he never says do this or do that. Like he's never tried to like tell me what to do, but he's always supporting my vision. So I'm super grateful for that. And he also helped me a lot when it comes to like business wise. Like he helped me understand more how I'm capable of like establishing myself in the industry. And he kind of like orientated me a little bit when it came to like songwriting and stuff like that. So it was really useful. He helped me with a lot of things actually.
And in terms of songwriting, because I listened to you in an interview, you said that one of the things you try and do is you try and turn heartbreak into something positive.
Yeah.
Would you say you've had a lot of heartbreaks, or are you more of a heartbreaker?
Dude, why do you want to talk about that? I would definitely say that I'm always the heartbroken one, because I'm too dramatic and I'm too romantic and I'm too passionate about things. So I'm always like super invested and I'm like, yes, let's fall in love. You're the love of my life. And like, no, none of them is the love of my life. And then I realized, and I'm like, well, I did all of this for nothing. But the positive thing about that is that when I'm heartbroken, I write the best songs. So I'm not gonna complain if I get heartbroken again, because that's gonna be another hit.
So yeah, but I mean, put yourself out there if it's good for your career.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but I'm not in the dating scene right now. I'm just focused on my career, to be honest. So I've had enough with that.
Of course. What British guys? It's a no.
I mean, just at the moment, I'm just not thinking about that. So that's why I'm not really like, you know, focused on that type of thing.
What are you thinking about at the moment? What have you got plans for an album? Are you just focused on writing songs? What's next?
So there's a lot of new music coming in 2021. I'm gonna keep releasing new songs, so stay tuned for that. And I would definitely say that my biggest project is just to like keep growing as an artist and to keep expanding my fan base. So I'm gonna do that by just putting content out there and like new music. So that's like the main project right now.
And is it hard to feel like you're kind of taking off at the moment, but things are kind of on hold because of COVID? Does that feel like does it feel like you can't take advantage of things?
Yeah, obviously. COVID is just like screwing everyone up, really. Like there's no other way to describe it. Like in every field, not only music, but like with everything, it's just weird and it's just stopped the world basically. But at the same time, I feel like it's given us more time, especially me, to like work on my music and just like focus on my career. So I'm kind of grateful for it as well. I can't really complain because I've been taking the time to actually be more productive. So I would say that as much as it's like slowed things down, it's also helped me to like be more prepared for when the time comes.
And do you have plans for an album?
Not at the moment. No, I think I'm just gonna keep releasing singles. at the moment. That's like my main strategy right now. But later on, definitely, I would like to release an album. But I think that I need to grow my fan base more before that happens.
Interesting. And I was wondering if you could give us a little, if you could sing for us just a little bit, if you could give us a little sample, sing something for us.
Well, yes, I'm actually gonna do I'm gonna sing the hook for my latest single, which is called Official, and it's now available on all digital platforms and everything. So go do the things, go stream, subscribe to my channel, all of that. It goes like this. No sé qué está pasando últimamente, que siempre está rondando por mi mente y no puedo parar de pensar en ti. No sé qué me hiciste, no soy así. You know I can't stop thinking about you lately. I'm being honest, I'm not trying to fake it. I wish you could just make up your mind and see that I can be everything that you need. I wanna post you on Instagram, want all hands in the boulevard. These singers, but you're the one I want. So baby, won't you make it official? Available now everywhere.
I was actually trying hard not to break into white boy dancing. I was trying so hard not to bite my lip there. Thanks so much for coming on and talking to me, Lucy. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, honestly.
It's been great, and thanks everyone so much for listening to the Student Pages podcast. Catch you next time.